Are we live now?
How about now? Are we live
now? Are we live now?
Are we live
Can
now?
you see us now? Can you hear us now?
Can you hear us?
Yay!
Oh my God, we're live!
Yay! How excited are you guys? Comment below. I am here with my amazingly talented, stunningly beautiful friend Kandee, which I'm sure you already know.
Yay!
And my also other amazingly talented and wonderful friend.
Less beautiful.
And founder of Two Face, Jerrod Blandino. And we're going to be... Well, I'm going to be asking them questions. You guys ask questions below, and also whoever asks a question that we answer, you're going to win show them what they're going to win, Kat. Woo! You're going to win the Better Together eyeshadow set. Look at it. It comes apart and goes back together. Is that so cool?
I can't believe it. I just found out this morning they're like, yeah, did you know that anybody whose question gets answered on today's live is going to get a free...
Yeah,
so
I want you to answer my question.
I know, I was like, I want to get a free...
What if I answer a question all on my own, guys? Do I get a talent?
We know people. We'll hook you up.
Guys, you guys know somebody there at Kandee and Two Face? Awesome.
We can make it happen.
Ask away right now. All the questions anything you've ever wanted to ask Kat, anything you've ever wanted to ask Jerrod, and if I ask it, then you win something.
Woo!
So it's really up to you. It's really up to you.
It's really up to me.
You hold the power.
the keys.
You better ask a good question, or it may not get answered.
It's kind of sexy, all that power. I kind of like it. I'm getting aroused.
I feel like I should be on a taller chair, maybe. Okay, are you guys ready?
Yes.
Because we have some questions here already, just until you guys get your question asking warmed up. So, number one, and either one of you guys can answer.
Okay.
Okay.
How long have you known each other?
Oh my gosh.
How long has it been?
Okay, Jerrod, how long do you think you've known
I
Kat?
think we've known each other for like 8 or 9 years.
How's it been?
Is that right?
Kat, do you think the same thing? Would you agree?
Yeah, because we met at the conference that day, that romantic story that I love to tell.
Yes.
Wait, tell us. How did you meet? Tell the story.
Okay, so when I first got my makeup line, I was, a total newbie, and I was a huge fan of a lot of other makeup brands and stuff, and so I remember Sephora they invited me to come out to their conference, which is like, they have these once a year, and it's like all the brands, the brand founders are there, and you get to see a sneak peek of what's coming up, right? So I'm walking down the aisle, and I remember there was a few brands that I absolutely loved that were total dickheads. Like they were so not nice.
Like I want to ask you who, but I know I'm not going to. Just keep with the nice stories.
Yeah, but I mean, it was soul crushing because you know what I mean. Like when you've been a fan of somebody for so long, and then they see you as the enemy,
I know.
And I was like, oh man, I was just like,
But I like you.
I love you, yeah.
Of course.
So I'm like walking down and all heartbroken, and then I see this cute blonde just pop out, and he's like, oh my God, are you Kat Von D? I'm like, yeah. He's like, I just want to say big welcome to you to the beauty world needs you. I'm so happy that you're here. And that was Jerrod. And he was like, I'm Jerrod. Obviously the founder of Two Face. And I was like, no way, oh my God. And I grabbed my purse and I was like, and I had the candlelit compact. And I was like, dude, I'm your biggest fan. Yeah. And we've just been best friends ever. And I remember, I've written about this a few times actually on my social media, saying how that kind of stuff I'll never forget, we were friends for life, and you truly have been, it's been such a wild ride, and it's so amazing. I could always count on you being my homie, and I love that. It's
that's why you guys are better together.
And I'll tell you, when I saw her, she was just so beautiful and just so creative, and just everything that I had heard about her and everything that I wanted her to be and more. And she was so kind, and she pulled makeup out of her purse. And it was Two Face, and I just loved her immediately and instantly, and I was so glad that she was here. And like all of you, right? I mean, look what she's done, you guys. She's amazing. She's the most amazing creative perspective in the world. You're one of the most genuine people I know, and I just admire and love you so much.
Thanks.
And I have from the very, very first moment. So I got a girl crush on Kandee. I'm not ashamed to say it.
I think that's crazy because a lot of people say that when you meet people, you don't know what they're like off of you see them online and you don't know what they're like in real life. And I think it is so crazy because sometimes you meet people and they're even more amazing or they're even more beautiful.
Yes. I felt the same way about you.
When I met Kat, I was like, people don't even know how amazing, wildly, insanely, genius creative, there aren't even, Renaissance women of creativity. I always tell people, just being with her, you're inspired, and, just the way you see the world.
Yeah.
And she's so real, and she's so sweet and so caring, more than you could ever imagine or see in a picture or online post. And Jerrod is, the same way, his heart is so big and huge. I'm like, I don't care if he ever made a makeup product. I love him as a human being. He's just, the second I met him, I was like,
Do you know how I met Kandee?
No, I don't.
I know that's not a question, guys, but I'm gonna tell you because it's awesome.
Thanks for
You get a pallet!
You get a pallet!
Well, it's not like how I was introduced to Kandee. Like somebody sent me this link. This was back when I was like in the Miami Ink days, so I was like a nice hot mess back then. But more
You're
so
like
than
a
I'm
gorgeous
now.
hot mess with like amazing makeup and hair. I wanted to copy.
She was the first person to ever do like a Kat Von D like tutorial.
So embarrassing now.
Is that true?
I remember when I
so
saw it, I was like, oh my god,
That's
like,
amazing.
I can't. I mean, she obviously did it better than I. I mean,
I didn't have the right number of stars. Like they were in the
No,
wrong
no,
place.
so
It's
awesome.
Oh,
Yeah,
she emulated your look.
Yeah, and so-
Can I see it?
I'm gonna find
I
that.
mean, it's-
I want to see
Yeah,
that.
I'm gonna put a link to
Look,
this video.
Kandee's such an incredible artist.
Yeah.
I mean, you're like. It's
I mean, this was
mad
like what, like
skills.
9
This
years
was like
ago or so.
long ago.
And
That's
so
so
then later
neat.
on, like, you know, because I obviously follow her and stuff, and I remember she tweeted.
I didn't even know that.
She tweeted like, oh my god, I'm at this coffee. I think you were at
we were
coffee
at a stoplight,
Yeah.
and I saw you, and I was like, oh my gosh, I just saw Cal on me in the car next to me. Ah!
Yeah, and I was like, I just like tweeted back going, next time you better like give me a high five or something like
That's
that.
so
When I read that, I was like,
But you guys, listen, they're really authentically these
Yeah.
people, and this is why I love them so much. In our world, it's not like this. People aren't,
Yeah.
I don't know about what world you're in, but in the cosmetics world, people just aren't as genuinely nice or supportive.
Surprisingly,
or friendly.
right.
It's, and it doesn't make any
No.
sense.
Yeah.
But they're actually both this amazing, and they're my friends, and I
You're
don't care.
amazing
I don't
too,
care if you're
Jerrod.
jealous.
You're
Oh,
amazing
you're
too.
sweet. Ah, come on, I try.
Yeah.
I just follow these two cuties around. And
all
just
right,
see what happens.
that was number. Now we're on to number 3. Oh, this is a good one. Have your pets met?
No, but
I
we're
want them
dying
to.
to have them meet.
In a perfect world, they would be cuddle buddies, and we would make amazing Christmas cards.
Yes.
But like, I mean, Clover is so sweet and would totally like get along with almost any animal, whereas Piaf is a total scaredy cat.
I
He's
get
a
it.
scaredy cat.
I understand. Yeah.
He doesn't have
Piaf
any
and
hair,
Poe,
you
you
know.
guys, Jeremy and I were at Cat's house and we got to meet Piaf and Poe, way back when, and they are so freaking
cute.
cute,
Yeah.
and they feel like little
Like
fuzzy,
velvet,
like rose petals.
Yeah, rose petals.
Oh, and they're so cute. And, they were all cuddled in your bed, remember? And they were just like laying together. It's like a Disney
yeah.
movie. Yeah.
Well, maybe one day you can have a pet party.
We want to. We need to hook it up.
Oh yeah, but I guess since we're speaking of that, I'm gonna jump ahead and show
they
you
are
guys.
on
So when we first started doing this collaboration, we're like, how do we get our
Yeah. All right. How do we get our kids in there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally. And so we came up with the idea of doing a bag. So I don't know if you guys is this focused? Can you guys see it?
this?
You guys got it? Let me know if it
People,
looks nice and clear.
there are actually people here. They're all ignoring us, but
Yeah.
they're actually here.
Okay, so see how it's all pink and sparkly? Is that good?
Yeah.
And then that's Clover, and then
Oh.
boom, you flip it.
Oh my God,
It's got
this
little
is
Piaf.
so cute.
I know it's actually like my favorite thing. I don't know.
Yeah, we
I
love
just,
this.
It just kills
And it's a
me. I love
heart.
it.
And like we even put like the little charm as like a heart shaped, and so you got like the KVD monogram, and then you have
What?
the TF on
Isn't
the
it
other
cool?
side.
There's so many little
Yeah.
details in this that
Yeah.
I love, you guys.
So this obviously does not come with the eyeshadow palette. It comes separately, but in this bag comes these two bad boys. Here we go. We got the Candlelight Glow
What?
and Rosy Glow and the So Happy Together Love Flush.
Yes, exclusive blush only in the
So
set.
you get that in the little
yeah, in the
cute
little bag,
Plus-
and these amazing lip products.
These two, oh my god.
Wait, this
I
come
have
in with the
hairs.
little bag too?
Yes.
Yeah, so we've got
What?
this. It's both of these are exclusive to this. So this
Love
one is called
that
Muse.
color.
Wait, this is a new
It's-
color?
Yeah, it smells so good.
By the way, my mother wants a full size one.
Yeah, I know.
I do too.
And then this one, this is my favorite red. I was gonna wear it today, but it would clash with the red I'm wearing. But this one's called XO, and it's this awesome like cherry oxblood.
Beautiful.
And this is only in this
Yeah, and
collection.
it comes with this little awesome baggie.
I
don't have
remember
these
we
in
were
your
having
normal
dinner.
colors.
Jeremy, you and I were at the Hotel Bel Air having dinner, and these lips came in, and we lost our minds over them because they were so beautiful. Do you remember that?
Yeah,
We
yeah.
were so excited, and I just lost my
Yeah.
shit because I was so in love. You're so amazing with color
thank you.
and formula, and I couldn't be more proud to have my Too Faced products sitting alongside your products. It just makes me feel so.
We're better
incredibly proud.
together.
We're better together.
But what I think is so cool about like what you guys do is that I don't know if people even know like how much of their hearts and their eye for detail and everything they want is a part of their products. Like I know with Kat, like I know you're so much a part of it. You're not just like a name slapped on there
Yeah.
and colors are picked. Like you're drawing things, you're doing lettering, like you are
Yeah.
every part of this detail. And Jerrod, all of this is every bit of you. Your attention
Yeah.
to detail, what your eye wants, your design, your colors,
Yeah.
your love for everything.
Yeah, it's my heart.
This
Yeah.
is not just like big brand things, and I think that's why people love you guys so much because they feel your heart in it. Like
Yeah.
this is
Yeah,
you
we love
making
what we do.
something for them.
And I think, Kat, I can speak for both of us. We feel so grateful and privileged to be able to create products that you love. and we take it so seriously because we want to delight and excite you. We want these products to be items you can live your lives in and feel proud wearing and feel good in, and we don't take that lightly.
Yeah. For sure.
And each one of you, like, the aesthetic is so amazing. Like,
well, we're so
know
different, but
you're
like,
not just like a.
But we're so compatible.
Kat, no, Kat, I was in Kat's house and we were talking, and you know, if you just look at us, we look, you know, possibly very different. But she said, you know, we're more alike than we are different, and that's so true.
Yep.
Yeah. And she's just dropped lines that have changed my life, and you know, and so have you, by the way. You take these little pearls your friends say, and I thought I actually carry that phrase through life with me. And it's a beautiful thing. You might think somebody looks so different, or they don't look like they would be friends, or they don't look like they'd have anything in common. But if you just give yourself a chance, you could discover that you have everything in common.
Yeah, totally.
Oh,
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you remember when you said that?
Yeah.
That's why you guys have the heart-shaped
Should we
palette.
tell how this all happened? Because I feel like we're.
Oh wait, that was my question. You're like,
Oh,
how do you
I got a palette now.
You get a palette. You both get palettes. I get a palette.
Where's Oprah? Okay. All right.
You're the Oprah of the day.
Yeah.
Okay, so question number 4 was, how did the collaboration start?
Okay. So you want me to tell her, or do you want to tell
Well, I wish I could say that I was responsible for such a genius idea, but I wasn't. It was really all you, and so you should take away
so
this
sweet.
question. But
So
I'll hold the product while you
Okay.
speak.
Yeah,
So,
you be the man
okay,
of that. What?
I was having a little moment talking about within our industry, not everyone's great to each other, and I was just having a social media moment where people were just not being nice, and I just kind of got angry, and I thought, why is this critical, nasty voice being given a platform, and everybody has a freaking opinion or something negative to say, and they think being destructive is brave, and all of these brave people put themselves out there, and that should be respected and appreciated. So
And applauded, yeah.
absolutely, regardless if you like it or not, you know, they're doing what they're putting their hearts out there.
Right.
Anyway, so I called Kat, and this was more personal. It was like a nasty cosmetics moment.
Yeah.
And I called Kat, and I go, Kat, listen, I have this idea. Let's do something together. Let's collaborate, and let's show the world that no one needs to fail for us to succeed, and we're each other's biggest cheerleaders. And there's room for everyone. And let's just spread positivity and love and friendship. And it really just came from that idea.
Yeah. Well, you came over and you had like a blank of it was an idea. It was like a component for this heart-shaped. I mean, because what had happened was I think I posted a picture of the heart. It was like a black heart-shaped. Like a highlighter blush.
I think it was a bronzer.
It's one of the older ones.
What was our bronzer called that was in a black heart compact? Anybody? Soulmates. Yes.
But it was like it was an
it was
older
a limited
model.
edition.
Yeah.
thing.
And so I remember I posted it and I'm like, dear at Too Faced.
Yeah.
You know, if you're gonna make anything fucking heart shaped, I'm gonna fucking buy it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even care what's inside of it. It's just such a sexy like packaging. And I remember you're like, oh my god, thanks for the love or whatever.
And you put your lipstick next to it. Your beautiful lipstick.
Yeah. Actually, I think one of your girls like from your team came by the shop and dropped. They were so sweet. I wasn't there and they dropped off some goodies for me. I'm like, that's so awesome. Anyways, you came over and you had this blank. It was like a component like this, but it was a little bit smaller and stuff. And you're like, check it out, and it was magnetic. And I don't know if you guys can catch how awesome this is.
It just
but
like
watch.
clicks.
Yeah, like watch.
You know those friendship necklaces that it was kind of like that. That
Yeah.
kind of what it was.
And so I was like, and he's like, well, see, we can do like one side can be your side, and then one side can be our side. And I'm like, oh my god, that's so genius, that's so amazing. And so I went and I pitched it to my team, and then we all sat down and all that stuff, and that's kind of where the idea first started. And then we obviously started adding more and more and more to make this like a complete collection. But yeah, so yeah, that's how it started.
Yeah.
I know this isn't a question anybody asked, but I would just want to know what went into like picking the colors on each of your sides.
Well, you know, that part was kind of fun because it wasn't like a collaborative thing where I was like, hey, Jerrod, what do you think
What
about
are you
this?
doing?
Like,
Or-
we kind of just took our halves and we went in our own little corners.
And
then,
did yours?
And then we came back because we knew that, like, if we just stay true to ourselves and then together it's going to, you know, make a complete story. So, you know, when you look at, let's say, like the Too Faced side, for example, I love the names on this one, by the way.
Read us, tell us the name.
Yeah, okay, so I'll narrate these.
Okay.
So this beautiful little, it's like a mousy taupe. It's called BFF. This one's called Lovely, this is my favorite one. It's like
that's pretty.
It's this pastel pink. I'm sure I'm far away. I don't know if you guys can see that. Friendspiration.
Friendspiration.
This one's called Heart of Gold, which I love. Well, 'cause I love Neil Young, and I was like, oh, is that?
Yeah.
And then Power Couple, because we are.
Hey.
And then Better Together, which is this awesome like eggplant.
That's
It's like
beautiful.
It's like a rich eggplant with like gold shimmer in it. I love that. And so then for our side,
I was so excited when Kat sent me her colors because
We're like, "Woo!"
they're so freaking cool.
and this one, let's see, the black is called Devotion. This gray is yours. This red foil is my favorite.
The red
This
foil.
one, I don't know. Can you guys see how awesome? It's like a metallic red foil.
Oh my gosh, I want to put it
It's
on right
so
now.
I know.
beautiful.
And it's so good over lipstick too.
Oh, I love it.
It's called Swoon, and then Darling is this metallic silver.
Beautiful.
Love Struck, and then Por Vida is the white. So like obviously this is a great palette by itself, and then so is this, but together
They're
is better.
And they actually play so beautifully together.
Yeah.
And it just happened. It literally just happened. And
Yeah,
we're
today
so
I'm
excited.
wearing my eyes are all Too Faced side.
Oh, you're so sweet! I love her.
Yep.
If I wore makeup, I'd wear the cat side. But you don't want to see that. That's not cute.
Okay, tell me about your video shoot. It
my
looked
God.
so much
That
fun.
was
How
so
was
much.
your filming
That actually
day?
was so much fun.
It was.
They had so Kat is gorgeous, right? So
Yes.
I'm always like, all right, here comes like the weirdo sending us Kat. So we were having so much fun, and we wanted to show the joy that we had going on. So they're like, hey, Jerrod, jump off this box. It'll be cute. So
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
And you're like, I want to go higher.
yeah. Like
And
an
it was
hour later, I'm
it was-
jumping off this box.
You were getting like dangerously high.
Yeah, there's such a
Where I was
Soleil in
like-
it, man.
Yeah, there was
I
like we have to get a video of the outtakes because man, you were getting like so high. I was like, oh my
Do you
god.
have a trampoline? You're
Yeah.
just
Dude,
like,
they kept getting higher and higher, like boxes, and having me jump off. But I will admit, like 2 days later, I was like, Grandpa! Like, I was like, what the hell happened?
It was worth it.
Yeah, it was totally worth
Yeah.
it. But it was so much fun.
Yeah, it was.
how long was your shoot day?
Which is one day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like what? 7
We
hours?
killed it, man.
6 hours? Yeah.
Well, I stayed and did like 3 video.
yeah, she had to
tutorials.
work harder.
Oh my gosh.
The pretty girl had to put the makeup on, and I got to go home.
He's like, see ya.
I'm like, Mom, I want to taco. I'm leaving.
She's like, can you stop jumping off his boxes? Because I got like videos.
No, totally. That's absolutely
No, but it was
right.
cool. It was awesome.
It was
Okay,
fun.
are you guys ready for some live questions?
Yeah, let's
These
do
are
it.
prize
Yes!
winning eyeshadow palette winning
Oh,
questions.
there's some other questions.
Is there
too.
more?
Cool. Yeah.
Awesome. Add to my collection.
All right.
Hey.
Okay, so this is from, I think this says Dania Vasquez, Danla Vasquez. I think-
Dania?
Danya?
Yeah.
Maybe
Anya,
you're right.
That's pretty.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, Kat, would you ever adopt a Chihuahua? Jerrod, would you ever adopt a Sphinx?
Yes, like in a hot minute.
Yeah. You know what's crazy is wait, is Clover a Chihuahua?
Yeah, he's a chubby chihuahua.
Wait, what?
Oh my
Oh,
god.
he's
That is-
100% chubby
Is
chihuahua.
he like a rare looking Chihuahua?
No, Jeremy feeds him like cupcakes. No, this is no joke.
He's half burrito, half
He
Chihuahua.
is he's full burrito. Clover, come here. Oh, wait, come here, Clover. Oh, we make it.
Clover.
Come
I love
here.
you. I was just kidding about it.
Yeah,
I love it.
yeah.
I love it.
He eats people food, and he's not supposed to, and he's super chubs, but we love him.
He's so cute.
Well, you know what I didn't know, because you know my assistant, she has a couple of Chihuahuas actually, and they were all rescues. And I had, you know, obviously the more you know, the more you spend time around certain
Yeah.
animals, the more you learn. She was telling me like it's a crazy high number of Chihuahuas that you know are in shelters right now.
I
They're
know.
just
Why?
totally getting killed.
It's
And-
horrible.
Why?
No, it's like a shocking number, something like 300 a day or something.
Why?
It's so insane.
I think people
Well, I
think they're
think-
accessories and they're fun, and then they
Yeah.
realize they're animals.
and
they
then,
need
and
to
then
be
when it
loved.
comes to adopting, people are afraid of you know how like high maintenance they might be.
Yeah.
No,
But
they're
I'll
not.
yeah, but I'll tell you what, dude. Rianne, my assistant, like her, she's got baby Fang, which sometimes I post little videos of her. The sweetest little babies
Yeah,
ever.
they're
I mean,
little babies.
They're tinier than my cats, and they're so sweet and docile, and like and so loving.
and
I'm
they're
like,
smart, and they're really wonderful animals.
Yeah.
They're little babies.
yeah. So I'm about to move into like a house that has like an actual yard, and
Yeah.
so I'm definitely looking into not adopting one. I'm gonna adopt like a franchise.
Oh,
Even a
animals.
ranch, a Chihuahua ranch.
But then another fun fact, not
Fun facts.
fun sad fact is like for example in the shelters, like in the kill shelters, like the animals that are least likely to get adopted are the black ones, which I'm like, dude, the black
Wait,
ones are the
why?
coolest. I don't know. I think there's some people are scared of black cats and stuff, and I'm like,
What?
Just the cats or dogs too?
and dogs too.
What?
I think people just on a maybe on a subconscious
weird level
So
are
I'm like,
like-
I'm just gonna adopt a
All
bunch
Oh,
of
the
black
black
ones.
ones.
a little gothy like group of babies.
You can have all your
Yeah.
black
I've
sheep.
never
Your own,
heard
Yeah.
that.
your
I
own.
actually love black and white animals.
Yeah, yeah.
You just couldn't help but
Yeah.
yeah.
My
white and brown.
London, who was our dog prior to Clover, was black.
Yeah.
Black and white. Yeah.
Yeah.
I did
Yeah,
not
I've
think
seen
Clover was a
pictures.
Chihuahua. I didn't know what.
Oh, he's a full chubby chihuahua.
Don't bring it up.
Oh, I'm talking about.
We
can
got
get
we're just saying.
self-conscious.
Sometimes we look at our animals and we just want to cry. We don't know why, but we love them so much. Like it's weird.
Don't look at Clover too much right
no,
now.
Like,
Jared,
I'll be
you're not.
walking down the hall and I'll be like,
Yeah.
I don't even know why. Like I don't know what to do with that love and that energy. But
Well,
But you get it every
well,
day.
Danya, thanks for that awesome question too.
You are gonna win a palette.
Yay! Awesome.
Okay, this is from Maddie Rin 214.
Yep.
How was it different working with each other as opposed to developing a product on your own? That's a very good question.
Oh.
You know what? It's in a nutshell, I can answer that one for myself
yes,
personally.
please.
It's like I see it kind of like the difference between drawing and tattooing for me. Like when I'm tattooing, I'm not just selfishly creating what I want. I'm doing it's a collaborative experience where I'm working with someone else's vision and then I put my vision into it as well. Whereas when I'm drawing, it's just like I'm flying solo and I can create whatever I want. So I think both are actually pretty crucial, I think, as far as being artistically like creative and stuff, because you're exercising a different side of your creative process. You know?
Yeah, that's such a great analogy.
Yeah, so it's like it's cool. I do tend to be isolated and I like to do things on my own, but this was such a nice change to be able to collaborate and create something together versus like only on my own.
I just thought it was so much fun.
Yeah.
It just made me feel so excited to do what I do, and it was such a different way of doing it. And for me, it was just a thrilling experience, and I loved every second, every minute of it.
Cool.
Okay, this is from
At
Val Silver.
Yeah.
Are you guys gonna sell the collection outside the USA?
Yeah.
You guys are selling them all over.
Yeah, so we're selling them in the Middle East, in Spain, Scandinavia. In the UK, we're selling it at Debenhams. That's because they don't have Sephora there. What the fuck? UK?
Wait.
I know they did. They pulled out.
There's no Sephora in
No, a
London?
long time ago.
They used to be,
UK?
huh? Like a long time ago.
Yeah, I feel like the UK people would love Sephora.
Yeah, me too. What happened?
But regardless, Debenhams rules, so that'll be a great place to get it. Also in Mexico and Southeast Asia.
Whoa, you can get it almost sort of everywhere.
And if you don't see your country in that list, don't worry. It's going to be available on TwoFace.com and I believe KatVonDBeauty.com too, but I'm not sure on that one. TwoFace.com for sure.
Okay.
Cool.
Next person that is actually going to get a palette too, Chilona.
Yeah.
How did you choose
Oh,
the
no,
colors?
Chiona, bro.
Oh.
Chiona!
I don't know if it. Maybe they were like. Maybe it was
Kandee,
Chill and
go
Ona. I
embarrass
don't know.
yourself.
Chiona is gonna get a palette. Lo siento. How did you choose the colors for your palette? We kind of already asked that. But you want to choose more? Talk about it more. How did you choose the colors?
Well, yeah,
for your
okay, go
palette?
ahead.
We
Well,
can do
there's
that.
a lot of colors.
Well, so I'll tell you, like, personally for my side of the palette, I wanted to create something more like, well, I kind of assumed that you were gonna do something that was more like friendship inspired, so I was gonna kind of take the approach of a more romantic inspiration. So that's why
I like. I've been waiting for you to say that forever. I want to go approach me romantically.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Jeremy. It's happened. It finally happened.
But yeah, that's pretty much it for me.
I love that. That's actually awesome.
Yeah.
You know, Kat Von D is so beautiful and
I'm
sexy
sitting right
and-
here, dude.
I know. Well, I'm talking about it. But I think even your brand, there's a sexy coolness to it. And Too Faced is like a romantic kind of, I don't know.
Flirty.
Yeah, girly.
Yeah.
And I just think without trying, we perfectly brought our hearts into it.
Yeah, totally. Cool.
That even the packaging, like just the heart and like each design that you can see is like the cat side and the Too Faced side. It's so beautiful, you guys. I love it.
It really is. It turned out really, really pretty.
Okay, this is from Stardust Girl. Whose idea was it to collab, and will you do it again?
Oh, we answered that
we
earlier.
kind of answered that, but will you do it again?
Well,
You're
if
still
you
gonna
guys
get an
know-
eyeshadow palette.
that's up
Don't
to you.
worry.
If you guys notice, when you take the palette apart, if you look at the little bridge of the booklet,
What does it say?
It says the hashtag Too Faced X Kat Von D, right? But look, it says volume 1.
Oh, hey!
So maybe
There's a little teaser.
maybe there'll be
Just
a volume
like Star Wars, there
yeah.
could be 15
Just
more
like
of these.
Star
You
Wars.
don't know.
Just like Star
or
Wars.
like Saw.
Funny.
Okay, this is from HG Hardy. What made you want to collaborate together?
Oh my God, we talked so much.
I know, we
answered
kinda
it.
like warned it. And
All right,
you're
new-
still
new
gonna
stack.
get eyeshadow.
New stack.
You'll
Oh, yeah.
still get one because we asked it. Whoa.
Okay,
Carly Faraci. Cat.
Wait, how come you pronounce the Italian all perfect?
Wait, that's such a
I don't know.
a little Italian. Faraci.
I was just going for chill. Like I looked at like Netflix and chill. I'm like maybe that's like a saying. I don't know. Okay, Kat, how many tattoos do you have?
Oh my God. And then wait, she
I
also
mean, is that
asked-
like can you even count those?
No.
And then next would be does Jerrod have any?
Jerrod, would you let
Do you
Kat
need
tattoo you?
tattoos, Jerrod?
I have no tattoos
Would
at
you
all.
let Kat tattoo you?
I might.
No,
What would you get?
I like you the way you
No,
are. though.
you know what? I have
No.
to. I will be honest. I'll tell you. Through my life, I've wanted to, and I've seen things, but then.
Then you're like, ew, tattoos are for losers.
No. I'll tell you what I'm afraid of. I'm afraid that halfway in, I'm afraid it
You
hurts.
can't
I'm
handle the
afraid it
pain?
hurts. I I kind of am afraid of the pain.
But here's the
But you
thing.
told me it hurts.
So did you know that, like, in America, for example, 1 out of 3 women have a tattoo? That's a lot.
Whoa.
Yeah, they're
yeah.
tough.
Crazy,
Well,
right.
women give birth. They're tough.
No, but my point being is that before, back in the day, like, I remember back when I first started getting tattooed, there was, like, nobody, not even
1 in
not even
1,000?
dudes with tattoos, you know?
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't as big
Oh.
as it is now. Now it's very more mainstream. So now I feel like when you don't have any tattoos, I'm like,
Oh, I'm rebel.
Yes.
I'm rebel because I don't have. Oh, wait,
Yeah.
thank you.
I was like,
thank
you're
you.
so cool.
She
Rebellious.
spun my chicken shit into me being brave. I love it. Thank you, Kat.
I love
Stop.
it.
We're
I
done.
love it. Yep.
Yeah. No.
Well, thanks
yeah.
for that awesome question.
Thank
That was
you.
a great one. This is from Emma Burry. Jerrod, did you try to match Kat today, or was it friendship
Okay.
telepathy?
Okay. Truth be told,
That's
I
a good
was wearing
question.
something else and I brought this in, and Kat chose my outfit. So I'm wearing. Yes.
He
I
walked
wanted
in
to
with like 2
accentuate
hangers.
her.
He goes, "Should I wear red or black? Should we play like twinsies?" I'm
Yeah,
like, that's
she
matched.
did.
Yeah.
So listen.
I love it.
I'm thrilled. If I could just get a little bit of her pretty onto me, like, that's all. I'm fine.
Just
I'm
smash
fine.
your face next to him and it'll just.
I just said I want to stand behind her and I can do my
Your hands,
Yeah.
talking hands.
I love it.
Okay, this is from Melissa Lee. I love the contrast of the palettes and how they go together. Oh, she just was saying nice things.
Oh, awesome.
So
Aw,
amazing.
thank you.
Shout out
Thanks,
to Melissa
Melissa.
Lee. You are awesome.
I love it.
Okay, Eduardo Torres said, who was your childhood crush?
You answered that one. I don't know if I had.
Oh, well, okay. Well, Marsha
I'm like-
Brady.
Oh, Jerrod!
Oh my gosh, yes. Growing up, it was Marsha Brady. I thought she was like the prettiest thing on the planet, and
Marsha.
Marsha-
but it was all
Brady.
reruns. It was all reruns. But a million years ago, when we first started Two Face, we had some celebrities call and like, but Marsha Brady called. At the very beginning, and I remember
you
I lost
dying?
my shit. I couldn't even talk to her. I was freaking out.
Oh my
So
God.
I thought she was so pretty and
Yeah,
like her
she
hair.
She was perfect.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she was.
She had
Yeah.
that straight hair that was like
Yeah,
iron straight.
yeah. I
Did
think
you have a
that's it.
childhood crush?
I don't know. I think I was a nerd, so I was like,
You're like, I don't know.
I had a crush on books
Yeah.
and piano.
Oh.
Like, I think Beethoven was like my first like I remember like feeling sexually attracted to somebody.
That's good.
Beethoven?
It's so weird.
Oh, of course, Kat has the cool answer, and I
I
pulled out
know, she's
Marsha
like-
Brady.
No, I mean I don't know if that's cool.
That pretty much epitomizes who we are.
Beethoven
Like,
is like classical music. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, he's cool, but
I
And
love
I had,
both
like,
of you
70s
guys.
sitcom.
Yeah, I have like this cool,
On a
like
dead
all
guy.
the dream that people are like, oh, she's the artsy girl. Like I feel like you can't help that.
It's real,
and then
and I
Jerrod's
like
I
Marsha
love
Brady.
Marsha Brady. Marsha Brady.
wait, it's so right, right?
It's true.
That just you saw it
Your
yourself
guys'
just
the
now.
answers are just totally them. I love it.
Yeah.
Okay, this is from Alyssa Badane. How much of the packaging is inspired by your pets?
Well,
Like,
one of them completely.
Yeah.
One of them is the pets.
I
so
say
that
this
is
one
a lot.
for sure. Yeah, definitely. But I think this one is the one.
For sure.
We might have just forced that idea into it just because we wanted to put our past.
Nobody was like saying,
We were
"Put
like,
your
how
pets
can we
on
get
your
our
package."
babies into this?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, this is from Daisy Mata. What are your favorite products from each other's brand?
Okay.
Oh well, that would last
Ooh, that's
forever.
a good one.
Well, actually, that's
What
an
are your
awesome question
favorites,
because
Kat?
one thing we didn't mention is that this. Well, this is my QVC moment.
Oh,
Just now.
wow.
No, but watch. Like,
There's only 100 left.
I should show you the box because the box is pretty awesome. Like, how dope is that? I'd be so stoked if I got this for Christmas.
I
Oh my
know,
gosh,
I
this
know.
would be great.
So this guy actually doesn't come alone. We figured we would put like the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
So obviously I'm a fan. We were talking earlier before we even started filming today. It was like when I was putting on my makeup and backstage or whatever. Backstage.
Behind this wall.
Yeah. That I'm like I cannot live without better than Sex mascara.
It's
Oh,
so
I
good.
love
Yeah.
you.
And so anyways, this actually will include a full size Better Than Sex
Yeah.
mascara plus
What?
a full size tattoo liner. So
Yeah, and that tattoo liner is
Booyah.
freaking amazing. I love your locket foundation. I think that your metallic shadows are
Thank you.
the best.
Thanks.
I could just listen. I could go on and on.
Yeah.
We're huge fans of each other, and I think that just the color assortment that you bring out and the shade assortment
Thanks.
is so unique and so uniquely you
Thanks.
that I absolutely love
Cool.
it. Yeah.
Thank you.
And those are two of my favorite products from both of them, actually.
Boom.
I was on a shoot last week and we needed makeup for all these people, and everyone I requested Better Than Sex mascara
Yeah.
and tattoo liner.
I love it. That's awesome.
I love
Okay,
it.
this is from Cersei Lopez, and she says, "How do you guys cope with bullies out there?" This is such a good question. Who wants to?
We've
Well,
talked about this.
I know.
I think we bite back occasionally. We
Yeah, I
have
was
to.
gonna say, I tend to be more aggressive than you do. He's like,
but
I
I
sent me
learned from-
screenshots. He's like, look, and I'm like, dude, fuck that.
Yeah, like, she's like, I would take them down. I'm like, okay,
I was
cat.
like, oh.
Okay.
Cat's
like,
behind me.
I put an exclamation point at the
Yeah.
end.
You know, it's not okay to judge or try to diminish or to critique or to tear anyone down. It's freaking cowardly, and I think a lot of people feel like they're being tough, sitting behind their phones or their computers and saying something critical or nasty. You're a total loser. Like, don't do that shit. Like, spread love. You don't have to like
Yeah.
everything you see.
Yeah.
But you don't have to be cruel and mean and nasty.
Right.
Some people hide behind the whole mentality of like, well, you know, it's America or whatever.
Have a freedom of speech.
Yeah, freedom of speech, or everybody's entitled to their opinion, and this is true, but that doesn't like negate the fact that like there's no point into hurting people's feelings. Like, you know, I posted a picture of like the Alchemist palette, like a preview.
Yeah, which
and
is
like
amazing.
some asshole jerk on there was like, and I just tell my team, hey dude, block or delete or whatever.
Yeah.
But this one I was like, you know, it's one of those things to, you know, if I saw somebody getting beat up or raped or getting picked on,
You gotta stand up for that.
I'm not gonna
Yeah.
walk away and just be like, oh, that everybody's entitled to their opinion. I'm gonna either
Of course
try
you
and
are.
help or say something. And
Yeah.
I don't think we should coddle that behavior. At the same time, we shouldn't invest all of our energy into that.
No.
'Cause some
Yeah.
stuff is like, just delete it. You know?
No,
Yeah,
you're
don't
absolutely
even
right.
look
But
at
but
it,
this chick, man, like honestly, like no need for it. She's just I'm gonna try and quote her, but it was something like, I'll never buy that piece of trash.
What?
I just remember going
All right,
like,
give me your name. I'm gonna find you.
No,
I will find you.
no. So I mean, I just like commented back, going like, you know, like I'm gonna have a
Like,
great
why?
time deleting and blocking
Yeah.
you. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like
Have a nice life. And I'll tell you,
no need for it. No
that
need for it.
negativity, it doesn't hurt us or the other
Yeah.
people. Really. It infects your heart. Like,
Yeah.
it literally will take you down. You'll never be the best version of yourself. So being mean to somebody else is literally going to bounce back, as goofy as that sounds.
Yeah.
And like, it will infect your heart. So don't do it. You're
Yeah.
you're better than that, guys.
Yeah.
And
We're
also,
all
like,
better than
yeah,
that.
it doesn't matter, you know. It doesn't help any, you know.
Doesn't
I
help.
understand constructive criticism. I actually like applaud people who are coming at you with like you know, something that's helpful, but
Like heartfelt.
yeah, or
Right.
like you know, like yesterday I posted a little video of me playing the piano and I misspelled the girl's name.
Oh my! Heaven forbid, there's a typo.
I know, right? But you know, hey, thanks for telling me. Cool, I'll adjust it.
Yeah.
But like I can be open to constructive criticism, but
For sure.
I just think when it comes to like there's nothing to be gained from it on either parties. It's like, okay,
No,
you know.
don't be cruel.
Yeah.
Be kind.
Yeah.
And
Or go
yeah.
read a book or something. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Go
do
go
something
better yourself.
productive with your
Go
life.
listen, and your mother would not approve. By the way, or your grandmother. Think
Yeah.
about grandma.
Yeah, maybe their mother taught them.
Oh well, I'm sorry. I don't know what about that.
Okay, this is from Laura Ellen, and it says, "What is your favorite memory from this entire process?"
You want me to tell you mine?
Yeah, I do.
I want to hear both.
Okay, it's probably not going to have anything to do with the actual process, but when we first announced the collaboration, we did it at one of the Sephora conferences, and Jerrod and I were backstage. It was pretty funny. We were doing like workouts and stuff. Like it was like the nerdiest like
Why were you
backstage.
Facebook living
Bored.
that?
It was taking a long time.
We were being so loud that we could have been possibly interrupting the presentation up there, and they were like, "Dude, quiet down." But
Yeah.
so like right before we went on stage, we were sitting down at like the stairs, like.
God,
and-
this is
you
mine.
remember this?
Yes.
Oh,
And,
what?
I just
Right before we went on.
yeah, right before we went on, and we like looked at each other, and you were just saying, you said something to me about like how like, you know, like I wonder if like people even know like how like that I'm just like a nerd, you know, that I'm just like you know, people have this big preconceived idea of who you are or whatever.
Yeah.
And I just remember going, yeah, like, you know, like sometimes I don't feel like a sham, but I feel like people you know, you have to live up to this certain standard,
Yeah.
and sometimes I feel really small, and sometimes I feel really alone in this. And then that was like one of the few times where I like looked over at my friend who was like going through the same thing with me.
Yeah.
And then they called out our names, and then you looked at me and you're like, should we skip? And we held hands, and we literally like skipped on stage.
No, we did.
It was the coolest thing ever.
Wow,
So-
I was gonna say that,
Yeah.
and I remember, you know, sometimes you know, we're human beings,
Yeah.
and sometimes even the weight of the responsibility of the success or what, just life can make you feel a certain way. And I remember sitting there with her. We had a quiet time. We left the group. We had our groups there. We sat on the stage, and I looked at her and I thought, I wouldn't want to do this with anyone else.
Yeah.
And Kat
Yeah.
makes me feel safe, and
Yeah.
I wasn't feeling the best version of myself at that time. And she made me feel safe, and I felt this kind of glow of happiness that I got to do this with you.
Yeah.
And it meant something.
Yeah.
And then we went out, we skipped out there, and we did our thing.
Yeah.
We had such a good time. And I left that stage literally feeling like almost like reinvigorated for my life and for what I do.
So there's your answer. You get a palette.
You get a palette.
You get a palette.
What I love about that is like this is like a true collaboration of two friends that are creating in the same space. And this space is difficult. Like I've said that for years. Like the beauty business is a very ugly business.
We've
with a
talked
lot
about
of
it a lot.
terrible things. And like just to see that like I love you guys both so much, and I love your aesthetic. I love what you guys do, and to see like they came together. Like this is really like an amazing collaboration between friends, not just like
it's more than makeup.
Yeah.
It's more than makeup.
And I just love it. It's so cute. Okay, this is from Faye Bottomley, I think.
I love her. I love Faye Bottomley.
I think I'm saying that right. Tell us
How do you
more.
guys know that she's English, dude?
I
like
invented
the
you
way
in my head. You're English in my head, and we're hugging right now.
You're in a little castle in the countryside somewhere, sipping tea.
We're pretty close.
To all my English followers, please forgive my two
Please
friends.
forgive this really bad.
terrible English.
Wait, we love you, and
Impersonation.
believe me, it's all love. We just don't know what we're doing.
Comment below how terrible that was if you want, actually.
What?
Okay, well, if you say, tell us more about the pastel gospel. Yes, tell us more.
Well, I did post a little preview of it, and I guess I should show you what's on the inside soon. But
Do you have one with you here?
No,
Darn it!
But yeah, I think we're gonna be revealing.
Nobody on your team has one here.
Do you guys know when the Pastel Goth palette actually launches by any chance? Around?
Next month?
No, it's not that.
January?
No, that early?
Why
Oh
is
my
not
God.
one of you wearing this like on a chain around your neck? I would be so excited about it. Like,
So my team is telling me that it's launching possibly at the end of January, early February. So I should fucking show you guys what's on the
It's
inside.
time.
Yeah.
It's time.
Yeah. So we just shot swatches. Ashley just told me. So we'll probably be posting.
maybe
that
can
soon.
you do another sneak peek on your Instagram or something?
I will. I'll do another sneak peek. And sorry if that's a boring question. All I can say is like if you say tell us more about the Pastel Goth palette.
Yeah,
it's gonna change your world. That's all I can say.
Ah!
Yeah.
Oh, that was like a cliffhanger.
Dun, dun, dun.
Okay. Dun, dun, dun.
Ooh.
Kaylee Darnall, what inspires you both when creating new products?
You answer this one.
Wow, that literally can come from anywhere. I think because I'm a guy in the industry and I don't wear makeup, I'm so inspired by you and like other people and what they're doing. And I don't shop other brands, and I literally feel it through just art, television, architecture, food.
Yeah.
I
same
think
here.
my
Tell
brain's
them the story. Remember when you were telling me about the chocolate? Remember the chocolate?
the facial.
Yeah.
Oh well, like
Ooh, that sounds like it could be
Yeah.
X-rated.
I know.
no. So once a year, Jeremy makes me go to Hawaii. I hate the sun, so I'm trapped under a little tent for 3
Jeremy, you're
weeks.
so mean.
Yeah, and so.
Makes you go to,
So
oh my god.
I had enough of the humidity and everything. So I'm like, I'm going to the spa. In the spa in Hawaii, they were giving chocolate facials, and I was like, okay, first of all, I
That
love
sounds
chocolate.
so wrong.
Like,
I know.
let's do it.
I'll just be licking my face.
And I just asked about why, and they told me it was the most potent antioxidant on the planet, even more than green tea, blah blah blah. And so the whole facial in my brain, I'm creating products. And when I was done, I emailed my team, and we made the first cocoa powder pigmented bronzer.
I love that. I love
To
that.
this day, I like extra want to contour underneath my nose. It just
Just
smells
it
good.
smells
all
so
day long.
good. I know.
Maybe I won't want to eat
I
it.
know.
Yeah.
And what about for you, Kat? Like, what inspires you? Like, where does inspiration come from?
To be honest, it's just like a different same version of what Jerrod just said. I mean, I think it's for me. I get inspired by everything from my favorite bands to lyrics to heartbreak to my cats to architecture, elements of nature, things like that. I feel like it's important to kind of make sure. I mean, we spend so much time on our phones, you know,
Yeah.
and that's cool too because I do find inspiration in some of my followers, and I have tons of screenshots of cool stuff that I think is amazing. But I think it's important to like put the phone down every now and then and look around and try exercising, like understanding how light travels through like the leaves in a tree.
Yeah.
And it sounds like some hippie shit, but honestly, like
Yeah.
you kind of take your brain takes a break from like the captions and how we have to deal with
and
on
like
a daily
inspiration
basis.
can come into your
Yeah,
mind.
totally. So
Yeah.
so a lot of that stuff comes
The
from
beauty
there.
of the world.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
And you had to put your phone down to get your facial. So
Yeah.
Hey!
Exactly. Yep.
Okay, these are some shout outs from some fans from Lucia Herranz. She just says, hi guys, OMG, heart heart. Angelina Ballerina, that's the cutest name ever.
Angelina Ballerina.
Hubbard, love your makeup.
It's
It's
fab.
fab.
Yay.
Ooh, this is like another. This is from Tenley McCrimmon. I just wanted to do an accent there. I don't know why. Just, you have a cool name.
Let's just do accents. Really bad ones.
McCrimmon.
She's like, stop.
If you could give, ooh, this is fun. If you could give one fictional character a makeover, who would it be?
I don't do makeup, so I would.
Oh, I know.
You would do it, yeah.
Marcy from the Peanuts.
That is such a good answer.
Or Thelma from Scooby-Doo. Honey, call me.
So much potential.
You guys, when I was
so
little, I would look at Thelma and Scooby and be like, why doesn't she look like Daphne?
Marcy
Like,
needs contouring like bad.
bad
And brush
contacts.
your hair.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Marcy.
Marcy from the Peanut. Poor Marcy.
And you're like, Thelma, your
You
hair.
know, like half the people that are watching this don't even know who the fuck
I
that
Google
is.
it. Google it.
Just
all I
Charlie
can say.
Brown, Marcy.
Marcy.
There's
Poor
gonna be so
Marcy.
many memes tomorrow, but it'll be like her and somebody else.
Like Peppermint Patty was just like butch and cool. Like leave her alone. But Marcy, really? Come on. Right?
So good. Oh, I love that.
Oh my gosh. Okay, and then this is from Samantha Gonzalez. It's a shout out. Jerrod, thank you for creating the lip color Unicorn Tears. I love that color.
Oh, you
And the
guys.
name.
An evil twin though, that one I love. I love that one.
Thank you for
And the
that.
name.
There's gonna be more Unicorn Tears things coming down the pike. So thank you for that. Yeah, yeah.
Do we have any more? This is our.
there's some more.
There's a couple more.
Oh,
How long do
these
how,
people
how
get
long
the
do we
palettes
have?
too?
Do we know?
This is from Alexis.
We only
Cook.
have 10 more minutes, you guys.
Hurry!
Oh my god.
Put your questions below. Question things now. Okay, this is from Alexis Cook. What do you guys do when you hang out? Do you have a fave restaurant?
When we hang out, we usually, well, I'm gonna make y'all sound fancy. I usually,
I'm gonna make y'all something.
you guys go to the fanciest places ever. I'm just like, oh yeah, let's go to this Mexican joint.
No, but actually, that's more us than not. Yeah, you're supposed to take me to a great vegan restaurant. We have plans. We're
Yeah.
going to the Magic Castle.
Yeah.
We just hang out like friends.
Barbecuing in your new backyard.
Oh yeah, that's right.
We
That's
just hang out and
Crossroads is my favorite
It's
place
easy.
to go. I usually take all my, even my non-vegan friends
we
there.
go?
Yeah, because the food is so good that
I know that vegan
I
burger
aspire-
I saw it on your
yeah,
Instagram
I
looked
aspire to be
amazing.
vegan.
so crazy.
I've
You're a vegetarian though. It's
yeah,
awesome.
for
High five.
No,
getting close.
but Kat so inspires me. Like I have to tell you, I met a lot of people in my life. I'm sorry, I don't want to make you uncomfortable because you're right here. But she just has inspired me to take my heart and my love for animals and what I do to the next level. And just seeing her walk the walk and talk the talk and change her life. And she invited Jeremy and I to accompany her to an amazing
the Farm Sanctuary
Farm
Gala?
Sanctuary Gala where she won an award. And sometimes I'm a little too emotional or maybe hypersensitive, and it's hard for me to see things, and I feel them. But she's so much stronger in that way than I am, and it makes me like I'm going to be strong. I'm going to watch that video. I'm going to step up, and you've made me more courageous and more I don't know, just responsible to my heart and to what I want to do.
I mean, to me, that was one of like the most crucial points of even doing this collab. You know, when you came to me with this, I remember sitting down with my team going, hey, you know, of course I love Too Faced and I love you guys and stuff, but what I love the most about your brand is that you guys single-handedly have been the most vocal brand out there that's put out the message about being cruelty-free. And to me, that's something that's like so important, especially in a world where there's so many options for people to you know, to shop cruelty-free versus, you know, brands that test on animals. So that to me was first and foremost the number one reason I wanted to do this collaboration, you know. Actually, my jacket that I'm wearing today was inspired by like the teddy bear hair. Like,
I love
I was like,
I
oh,
love that.
like only 10 teddy bears were
She
killed
didn't
for
want to
this.
sit next to me because I've been petting her the whole time.
No, but you know, and I remember too, like when you got, I know it's not in the questions that you just came up, but I know that a lot of my vegan followers are wondering and stuff. Like, you know, when you guys announced that you guys were teaming up with Estee Lauder, you know, a lot of vegans like kind of took offense to that in a way. And I understand where you guys, okay, this is my message to the vegans. I know where you're coming from and I love you because I'm on your side. I'm a hardcore vegan and I am an animal activist. But I think what people don't understand too is like when you're wanting to like support cruelty-free living, you're going to be way more effective in supporting brands that are very vocal and that are actually pushing to help change laws and to help you know, lead by example. So one thing I remember when you guys called me and told me about this whole Estee Lauder like thing you guys were doing, you told me like, you know, this is the first brand that Estee Lauder has acquired that that is in their contract. It says none of their products will ever be tested on animals. I'm like, that is so huge.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Like, hey L'Oreal,
For
catch
sure.
up. You know what?
Yeah.
All these other huge brands, like just know that like the vegan dollar is like really moving up, and it's actually really like making a dent in sales. And so I think that the more we actually like support brands like Too Faced and whatever other brands that come on board and really make that ethical choice to not test on animals, I think it's the most effective, And so there are a lot of, there was a little bit of controversy, especially like on my feed, because I have a lot of vegan followers that were like, hey dude, it's a shame on you, for even being in the same sentence. And I think you're wrong. I think you have to really look at it like, I feel like the best metaphor for it is like Whole Foods, like I sometimes shop at Whole Foods. I'm a hardcore vegan. Whole Foods sells meat. And so what I do is I don't purchase the meat. And I think if everybody stopped purchasing the meat, guess what? Whole Foods will stop producing it.
Yeah.
So I think it's like with Estee Lauder or any other big company like that, it's like, hey, purchase the stuff that doesn't test on animals, and then and you'll see, because all these companies, they're not they're not like inspired to hurt animals. I don't think anybody is. I think that they're motivated by profit. So you really be intentional with your dollar and make each dollar be a vote. And I think that that's the most amazing thing. So all I can say to you is that A, congratulations.
Thank you.
It's such a huge move, and I can't wait to see what you guys do. And B, like, thank you so much for being the voice of the voiceless. It's been so amazing.
Thank you.
Seriously.
Thanks for helping me understand
Yeah.
my power and, building walls around our companies to ensure that we will always stay ethically sound, and we're always going to fight for the animals and the voice. The little critters don't have a voice, and we're committed to that. And that partially is what drives us to do what we do.
Can I tell you a funny story about like one time we were talking, because I love hearing about like you and Jeremy's love story and everything, and I remember when you were telling me about your wedding. He was like, this is so funny. Jerrod goes like, I've adopted animals for people, and some people really don't like that. I was like, yeah, that's true. Imposing a life on somebody.
We don't care.
I understand.
Yeah.
But what the coolest thing was that you were telling me, hopefully you don't mind that I share, but like at your wedding, like you had put like a picture of different animals that were rescued on your guys' behalf for every guest, and then if the guest afterwards wanted to continue to sponsor that animal, they could. And I thought that was the coolest thing.
So as a favor, we went to Best Friends Animal Society, which is an amazing group. And we sponsored a dog for a year for each and every guest, and we continued to sponsor them until like it took about 5 years. They were all adopted.
I love that.
Yes, they were. And we continue to support them now. But.
And then you guys do on your Too Faced Instagram. So you guys do like the little, is it like the animal of the month?
Yeah,
right,
we try to get them adopted from Best Friends. So we'll showcase an animal in need who needs a home from Best Friends Animal Sanctuary and
how
society.
Successful has it been?
Oh, very.
Oh,
we've gotten so many animals loving and happy homes.
Dude, I'm gonna copy you on
that.
that.
Yes, please do.
But
Please.
a fun goth fact for you guys out there is that did you know that Vampira, who I've named a lipstick after?
Yeah.
She actually was like such a huge supporter of Best Friends. Like
I love
Really?
Best Friends.
So when we did an art show when I had my gallery for Vampire, and we did all proceeds went to Best Friends.
That's
Just 'cause
amazing.
Really?
That's
amazing.
I remember reading how she like got her arms burned because her cats were like in her apartment when she had a fire, and she like went in and rescued them. And I'm like, oh my god!
She's so as amazing. Our Christmas present, our entire staff donated a very large amount of money to Best Friends on our behalf, and that, you guys, that's like everything. That's better than anything that can come from a store.
It's better than sex.
It's better than sex. I love her. Yeah.
All right. Wait.
Okay, you guys have like, do you have more?
Yeah. Please do. I
Okay.
could hang out with you forever.
I know. We're just gonna have a date. This is gonna be a 24-hour Facebook Live. Jasmine, this is a shout out. She says you guys should have a talk show. Hey!
Thank you.
Okay, this is from. I think this is an I.
Caitlin, Amy, right?
Yeah, or Elmi. Amy or
Elmi, you're right.
I'm not sure. Either one of your names. It's an awesome name. What's one piece of beauty advice you would give someone who had no clue about makeup?
I'm gonna actually let you two answer that one.
Why, Kat? You're so good
Why?
at. What are you talking about?
You're so good.
Just follow my lead.
Okay, all
fine.
right. What are we doing?
Yeah, you go first. What's a good piece of advice for someone who has no clue? You're like, I mean, I've been watching your YouTube videos since fucking day
I want to
one.
know what you have to say, Kandee.
Yeah.
Teach us.
Well, I don't feel special like it's about you guys today.
No,
We're
Kandee, you're amazing. You're here. Yeah.
I would say one piece is your foundation. I feel like that's something that is essential. And then if there's, I always tell people if there's one thing you're going to splurge on, splurge on your foundation. Like, you can do drugstore other things, but if you don't have enough money starting out, but if you're just starting out,
Good advice.
go
that is true.
up to
Yeah.
Sephora and buy
Yeah.
your foundation.
Yeah,
because
yeah,
it's
yeah.
gonna
You
be
want your skin to be good.
better pigmented. It's gonna last longer. That's where you want that to be
The
the
canvas,
best.
yeah.
You want to
Yeah.
prime this canvas the best.
See, I would have never come up with that advice. That's great
Really?
advice. Yeah.
That's great advice.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, so I would go with your
What about
foundation.
you?
I feel like two things. You know, I came from behind the counter. Like my last job was at the mall, so that's where I came from, and I always.
No, but I love where you started. Do you remember what counter you started at?
Yeah, I was at. I only had one job ever. I was at the Estee Lauder counter. That was it. I got hired on a total accident. That's a whole other story. And anyway, they had to actually change the dress code corporately for me because I would not wear navy and I would not wear a tie. So anyway, they actually had to change corporate dress code for me. But
So difficult.
So
You're
I,
already a pioneer.
I know. I had a rubble. I was like, I'm not doing that. But anyway, so you know, women would come in, and it was very intimidating for women. And being like a boy back there, like I'm going to be your gay best friend for 5
Yeah.
minutes. That's kind of how I did my thing.
Yeah.
And it was kind of intimidating, and I made it fun. And I would just say, "What's your favorite feature? Like, what do you love about your face?" Because we all love something.
Oh, that's so good.
And I would focus on that, and then I would say, don't ever give in to the temptation of not evolving, because I think
Yeah.
life's biggest temptation, especially in beauty, is you see yourself beautiful, maybe at 25, whatever, and you don't evolve.
Yeah.
They wear the same lip, you know,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
And I think you must evolve because
That's
that's
awesome.
fun. It's so much more fun to be a girl, you guys.
Yeah.
So have fun with it.
Yeah, but you don't know what it's like to have a period, so shut up.
Okay, you know what? Okay.
Crap sock, okay.
Truth? I actually never think of that. And whenever that comes into my universe, I'm always like, oh yeah, that's a little weird. Like, respect.
You're like, that's gross,
like,
women.
no,
Yeah.
like, respect. That's a little like, hello!
Oh my god, they're giving us a wrap it
giving
up
us a wrap
sign.
it up.
Oh!
Okay, that was all. Did we get them all? We got all the things. and
All right. Well,
stuff?
hey, before we wrap it up, I do want to say one thing. I want to say a million things, but I want to say, oh my God, I'm so glad that I got to share this moment with Kandee Johnson, man.
Yeah, thank
I
you.
love her.
One of the
Thank
most
you, thank
inspiring
you.
people that I know. So
Make
thank
my
you.
heart want to explode right
It's
now.
true. Yeah.
Yep.
And I'm just so privileged and grateful just to be here with you two amazing women. And I just thank you for being my friends and my
Always.
muses and, you know, and just making this so much fun.
I'm so
Awesome.
excited I got to be here. You guys, they're amazing. Like, you won't even know. Like, once you meet them, I love everything they do, and I know their heart is so big into this stuff, and that's why your products are so amazing. I am so excited that I won a palette because I asked a question.
Yay! And I wish you a Merry Christmas and an amazing New Year. And let's make 2017 even better.
thank you guys for hanging out with us. We love you.
Bye.
Woo! Yay!